Director Zomber,
Present.
President Herndon.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Will the secretary please read the call of the meeting?
To the members of the Board of School Directors, at the request of President Marva Herndon, a special meeting of the Milwaukee Board of School Directors is scheduled to take place in the auditorium of the Central Services Building, 5225 West Valete Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This meeting will be broadcast on WYMS Radio 88.9 FM or on Time Warner Spectrum Channel 13 and via live stream and the MPS YouTube stream at https://mpsmke.com/broadcast. Special board meeting Friday, January 31st, 2025, 4:00 p.m. The purpose of this meeting is for the board to meet with representatives from Hazard Young & Associates to consider candidates for the position of superintendent of schools. President Herndon has advised that she will accept a motion to retire to executive session for this purpose. As is customary at special meetings of the board, public testimony will not be taken at this meeting. This board may retire to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statutes 19.85, Parent 1, Parent C. The board may convene an executive session for the purpose of considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. The board may return to open session to take action on matters discussed in closed session. Otherwise, the board may adjourn from closed session.
Thank you. The chair will now ask the secretary to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The chair invites any members of the audience who wish to participate to do so and asks that those who do not wish to participate please remain silent during the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And Madam Secretary, let's begin. Please remind us of the purpose of this meeting.
We'll do our land acknowledgement at this point. The chair, you were going to lead us in our land acknowledgement?
I don't have it. Do you?
Oh.
Thank you. We acknowledge that Milwaukee lies on traditional Menominee, Potawatomi, and Ho-Chunk homeland along the southwest shores of Lake Michigan, part of North America's largest system of freshwater lakes. On this site, the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnic rivers meet, and the people of Wisconsin's Menominee, Ojibwa, Ho-Chunk, Oneida, and Mohegan sovereign nations remain present to this day. This meeting is being conducted in person from the Central Services Building and is also being broadcast on WYMS Radio 88.9 FM and via live stream on the MPS website and on the MPS YouTube stream, the links to which may be found on the MPS website on the broadcast page. Before we begin tonight's meeting, we will have a short announcement regarding interpretation services for the Spanish-speaking members of our audience.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a la Junta de la Mesa Directiva de las Escuelas Públicas de Milwaukee. Si desea escuchar esta reunión en español, por favor llame al 312-626-6799 e introduzca el número de reunión 832-0725-4267, seguido por el símbolo de número. Luego, introduzca el código 883149, seguido por el símbolo de número. Nuevamente, para escuchar esta reunión en español, llame al 312-626-6799 e introduzca el número de reunión 832-0725 4267, seguido por el símbolo de número. Luego, introduzca el código 883149, seguido por el símbolo de número.
As was stated in the public notice, and as is customary, the board will not be taking public comment at this meeting. For our listening audience, if you wish to access this meeting's agenda online, you may do so by visiting Meetings, Agendas, and Minutes page of the MPS website. Now let's begin. Madam Secretary, please remind us of the purpose of this meeting.
The purpose of this meeting is for consideration of candidates for the position of Superintendent of Schools. The recommendation is that the board conduct its deliberations in closed session.
Thank you. The board anticipates announcing our final candidates for the position of Superintendent of Schools, but I would like us to have one more opportunity to deliberate. Therefore, at this time, I will accept a motion to retire to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85(1)(c) for this purpose.
I move for us to retire to closed session for the purpose of considering candidates for the position of Superintendent of Schools.
And we need a second. Director Simpson.
I'll second his motion.
If there's no further discussion, the secretary will please call the roll.
On Director Ferguson's motion to retire to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85, Parent 1, Parent C, to consider candidates for the position of Superintendent of Schools, Director Ferguson,
Aye.
Director Garcia,
Aye.
Director Gokul-Gandhi has been excused, Director Jackson,
Aye.
Director Leonard,
Aye.
Director O'Halloran,
Aye.
Director Simpson,
Aye.
Director Zomber,
Aye.
President Herndon.
Aye.
We have a quorum.
The board will now retire to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85(1)(c). The board will return to open session to continue the meeting. Madam Secretary, please note the time. The Board of School Directors will return to order. The board has been in closed session for consideration of candidates for the position of the Superintendent of Schools. What is the pleasure of the board? Director Zomber.
Thank you, President Herndon. I move that the board designate Dr. Brenda Casilius, Dr. Joshua Starr, and Dr. Andre Townsell as finalists for the position of the Milwaukee Public Schools.
Is there any discussion? Director Garcia.
I would just like to second that.
Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
On Director Zomber's motion that the board designate Dr. Brenda Casilius, Dr. Joshua Starr, and Dr. Andre Townsell as finalists for the position of Superintendent of Schools. Director Ferguson.
Aye.
Director Garcia.
Aye.
Director Jackson.
Aye.
Director Leonard.
Aye.
Director O'Halloran.
Aye.
Director Seamson.
Aye.
Director Zomber.
Aye.
And President Herndon.
Aye.
That is 8 ayes and 1 excused. The motion passes.
Thank you. Before we adjourn, I would like to advise the community of the next step. On February 6th and 7th, our finalists will come to MPS for our Days in the District, where they will tour some of our schools and meet stakeholder groups. The board will conduct final interviews with the finalists at its special meeting on February 7th. There will be 2 sessions for the public to learn more about the finalists. These sessions will be held on February 6th here in the Central Services Auditorium. The first session will be from 1:00 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. And the second will be from 5:30 to 8:15 p.m. Each finalist will have 45 minutes at each session to introduce themselves, present their vision for the district, and answer questions submitted by attendees. After each session, attendees will be given a QR code to provide feedback to the board. The public is welcome and encouraged to attend these sessions. This information may also be found on the superintendent search page of the MPS website. There being no further business before the board, this meeting is adjourned.